Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you. I wish I were a bird. Oh man, I feel like I could have done that better. But you know what? It's good enough.
Again, I don't watch a lot of anime. I ask you, is this for an anime? Is this like a you know how like the Red Wedding is known for people who watch Game of Thrones or TV shows? Like, is this a big scene in the anime world?
It's a big scene in like, yeah, I mean it's like a meme basically. Like if you watch a lot of anime and you're in the anime like sphere, you probably saw this scene or you've heard someone reference it at some point. It's very funny.
I was like, I could have done it better.
That I've been saying it like over and over today, and like I've had better. It's come out better than it did just now. But it is what it is. We're back with Frieren.
Frieren. Frieren.
Frieren.
When? No, it's not an English thing. I was gonna say, are there any correlation with like the two words free, like reign, as in like she just reign freely? She's not bound by any legislations or laws and rules.
Probably not.
Okay,
it's only because it's like a German word. So I don't think. Maybe though. Who knows? I mean, she is pretty. She is pretty OP. She's pretty overpowered. Not overpowered, but you know, like overpowered in a good way. That's like a gamer term, OP. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
a gamer.
I'm a pretty big gamer. Well, not anymore. I used to be. Now
We're all getting old, man. We're in our late 20s.
I mean, give me another The Last of Us.
So I finally did the I ordered the playlist on the YouTube channel. So for The Last of Us, the introduction, I was like, this is based off one of Christian's favorite video games. So we had to do it.
Wait, you ordered the playlist? Oh, you mean on our channel?
Yeah, on the YouTube channel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like when I thought for The Last of Us 9 episodes that we fucking broke down, which are up top for the fucking 9 episodes are up top if you're watching this on YouTube. Just the playlist. But yeah, regardless, it's some crazy.
I'm actually
stuff.
I don't know if I told you, I'm gonna get the tattoo that Ellie has.
Are you serious?
The second game. Yep. It's gonna be on my bicep though.
Oh, so it's gonna stretch out.
No, because the forearm tattoo, like you can't hide it if you need to. So I want to be able to hide the tattoo if I need to.
Why not on your chest or something? Like, why not on your pecs or one of them, like the Rock or the fucking. I don't know.
Because I do like arm tattoos. I would have loved to get a forearm tattoo. That's like my favorite look. But you know, it's not really. If we ever whenever we go to Japan, I think there's rules where you can't go into gyms or you can't go into saunas if you have tattoos.
That makes sense.
So, I don't know Japan's becoming pretty progressive in that sense. So I don't know if that's still a thing, but yeah, just in case.
It's a crazy thing about progressive, right? You're like, okay, that's good, more open, but at the same time, you're turning your back on culture, like a lot. You're turning back on some key shits that fucking differentiated you from other people. It is what it is.
Well, don't quote me on this, but I think I've heard at one point that the reason tattoos are such a big deal in Japan is because the Yakuza.
Yo, yes,
they
that's
have,
crazy.
Like, these. Oh, you were gonna say that too?
That's why I just whispered, yeah, but out of nowhere.
I think that's because they have like these full body tattoos and they're so representative of like, I think structure in the Yakuza and the gang.
Like ranking, like you get some added for more shit or stuff.
I think so.
I've seen movies like that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how all of these mafia and gang syndicates or big families have such a classic tone to them. But if it's black, it's just like a thug, bro. Just like the Italian mob, you know, there's class to that. When you picture them, you picture men in suits smoking cigars. You know, the Yakuzas, you picture these rich Japanese folks in their nice robes. But when you're like, all right, it's a black gang, yeah, it's a bunch of motherfuckers, just a bunch of dudes in the corner. Like, it is what it is. This is not what this is about. We're talking about Frieren. Yeah. The privilege of the young. This episode was cute. This episode was very cute.
And it was also extremely informative in one aspect of the power system specifically that I will touch on when we get there.
Really? Do so. Wait, where? The power
Yes.
system.
It's when they're in the cart specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I mean, you want me to talk about it now?
We talking about when they get abducted by the flying monster.
Yeah, and when she says it's been 40 years since humankind learned how to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want me to just talk about it now, or you think we should wait until?
No, go ahead, Christian. Go ahead, talk about it. I have some shit to say too. Actually, I love that they structure it out for us. But I want to hear your take on this.
Okay. So yeah, so the line that Frieren says, just to repeat it, it's only been 40 years since humankind learned how to fly. Because Stark asks Frieren, like, can't you just float this cart? And then she said that the skies were, until 40 years, no, until humankind learned how to fly, the skies were the exclusive domain of demons and monsters. So first of all, this is giving us more hints about a very rich lore behind demons and magic. And they just made me think of a couple questions when I heard this line. Like, the first question is, magic must be new to humankind if, like, this is a 40-year development, like, within the last 40 years. So if we learned it from demons, how long have demons been a thing, right? Like, the demons exist in the age of mythology that they talked about a couple episodes back, or have demons only existed recently? And they have their method of decay whenever they die. It's like they're fading away, like particles fade away. And could that be a clue as to why they would have only existed recently? Like, is that some, because that's odd, right? Odd in a good sense. It's like, why is this happening? When they die, they fade away as particles. Why not just decay like a human body? So there's mystery behind there that might be correlated to just the whole essence and existence of demons. So those, I like thinking of questions like that, because that's what happens in my mind when I see little lines like this. But then also, to touch more on the power system. So Frieren said, we can't adapt flying because we copied the technique without understanding the principles behind it. So if you think back to how I described the power system like math, right? So to quickly summarize for those who didn't hear the previous episodes, I said that the power system in Frieren is like mages, or no, specifically the magic system in Frieren is like mages applying mathematical functions. So what this means is that during a battle, you have to formulate a polynomial equation in your head, so something like a squared plus b squared times 36. And then the variables are the factors at play in the battle, so like the spacing between you and your opponent, the terrain, the weather, all that good stuff. And the longer the calculation, the more complex the spell, and the quicker you can solve the equation, the quicker you can fire off spells. So this math-based view of mine, it's supported even more by what Frieren says about humans copying techniques without understanding the principles behind it, because it'd be like looking at a math equation and then memorizing the answer to it without understanding how to add or multiply or raise a number. So when you need to substitute a different variable in the flying equation, like a carriage instead of a human, that changes the answer that you would get. Thus, the answer that you memorized before doesn't work anymore.
Yes.
Right? So it's so cool to view the power system through this lens, and they keep supporting this view as the episodes go on, and I love it.
I love that
so much.
I love that about this show, because you and I were, I'm assuming a lot of people too, we're curious. Like, there's just many like things that I watch. I'm like, I get sure, but like, how did that happen? Like Dark Matter, for example. See how they gave us they give us reasoning on behind how the box work, like how it operates, what does it tie with. It wasn't just like, I can do this, great. Like, I love that they do this in the show. Even the demon Qual that they met like the first few episodes, that the guy who came with the demon who came with the Zoltrak.
Qual.
How she made sure. What's up?
Yeah, Qual.
Yeah. How she made sure to like let us, the watchers, know, oh yeah, Zoltrak was powerful, but humans now have an understanding of it because they spent years breaking it down, understanding the key ingredients of how it works, and then they can bend it and show it to now it's just a basic part of magic. Like, it's not just, oh yeah, this is weak now. It's like, I love the appreciation for the details, the appreciation of these writers to educate us, to lecture us, yes. And some people might just be like, oh, it is what it is. I didn't need to know that, but I love that this is done that way. And the limitations, that's good too. Because it'd be boring if magic was like boundless to them. Like, it'd be like, oh, you can just do anything. Like, what are you, Green Lantern? Like, you can just make anything pop out of your ring or some shit? But like, no, I have my limits. Humans can't do that. We can't comprehend that. For that reason, we can only do the things that we have studied, not memorize. And like you said, because this is another variable in said equation that we have not tackled before. For that reason, we are powerless in this current situation. It's beautifully done. But I love that, although she's giving this speech, which is a very, not negative, it's not negative. What's the word for, not negative, Christian, but like, she's giving this speech which isn't the most, we're gonna win. It's actually, there's nothing we can do. As in, hey, Stark, I know you're asking for this, but what I just explained to you mean we can't do shit. So this is not an uplifting speech, but her tone, her body composure, her voice, there's no ounce of fear in it. as she's telling Stark, yeah, we can't do this shit yet, man. Oh yeah, we're brand new to this flying shit, bro. So we don't know what's going on. Or even, oh wait, there's a creature. They hid their mana. Shoot, I couldn't detect it. But it wasn't like, oh my goodness, there's a creature.
She's never phased.
It's no. It's some crazy stuff. I love. No, they're doing this good. Man, I like that. Crazy stuff. The way she killed that creature too. Ugh.
And the way it hunts its prey as well, like it slams into the wall. Like, that's brutal.
And they're narrating this. Oh yeah, we're about to die because it's about to just crash us into the nearest like rock or mountain because that's how they kill their prey. Stark is losing it.
She's still just as calm as ever.
Yeah, it was very dope. The whole episode was cute. Yeah, the concept of like young love. That episode was really sick, man. But, yo, scene. Is that how you pronounce? I always mess this up. Is it scene or sign?
Sign. Like signing a paper.
Bro, you can tell homeboy had that experience, man. It's like
with women.
Yeah. It's like
he handles friends so well. It's great.
Right? I'm glad that this is not a. If this was an actual TV show like Real People, I'm 90% sure they would have made this love triangle issue for Fern to choose between Stark or Sign. Because I like how he's aware of the situation. These two obviously like each other. It's some crazy shit going on. I see what he did. He didn't let you choose. You should have chosen. It is what it is. I'll take you out. And then he gives like Stark some props. Like, hey man, like it's all good. You know, it's fine. Like you got this. Just take her out. He's like mentoring them. And in the quote, like right, the privilege of the young. Like he just listed a bunch of things. Like because of your age, you're able to have these love quarrels and whatnot. I bet he turned it to end it with the privilege of the young. As in, I miss those days bickering about fucking my loved one, my girlfriend, because I'm no longer in that stage. I'm more mature emotionally. But at the same time, it's kind of nostalgic watching you go through this because I too went through it. It was kind of nice. I thought it was very dope. It was some cute shit, man. Damn. And on the theme of love, this episode, like, emphasized even more on how Himmel just, bro. It's crazy that because of who she told us elves are, they lack the emotional aspect of, like, that's why they don't mate as much. That's why they're going extinct. It's crazy how we're... Yes. Like, we're seeing all these signs that homeboy was head over heel for you, but she doesn't see any of that. It's not her fault.
I thought it was a very beautiful choice to have Frieren randomly choose the lotus ring, the mirror lotus ring, which they said is, in the language of flowers, it means eternal love.
Eternal love.
So she randomly chose that. And then Himmel noticed, he becomes aware of what the ring is. Doesn't say what it means, and then he gets on his knee and then slides her finger. And did you notice that when they showed the flashback of him sliding the ring on her finger, there was a clock tower right in the middle of that like beautiful moment, which is like emphasizing that his love for her is timeless. Whoa, dude.
Daddy, chill.
And it was golden hour, the sunset.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, they didn't show us that scene, but yeah, he clapped cheeks. No. Himmel got his. Like, Frieren gave it up. Like, she's acting like she's still...
I mean, at this point, I hope so. The dude died and she doesn't even know.
She gave it up. Yeah, all this, you need to go to Hinde to talk to Himmel. No, bro. The sex was good. Like, Heiter and Heisen heard the moans, and they're like, you know what? Yes, let's do this for her. Let's make sure she gets some again. It's like, shit. Those, this comedian, Judd, whoa. Okay, for the sake of not butchering this man's name, which is so sad because I listen to him all the time, I listen to the special over and over, and it's like an hour and some change on YouTube. But anyway, he was like, Titanic is basically a story about some woman who've had some good sex that was so good that she remembered it 70 years later. It was not about a boat. It was not about a necklace that they were looking for. It was not about the people who died. It's about some lady who had one sex scene, one steamy car sex scene, and took that to her grave. I was like, oh, that's probably what Frieren's going through right now. Like all this,
I've never seen the Titanic, so is that true?
No, actually, it's about more than that. It's just. Do you know what the Titanic's about? No.
Well, I know.
Crashed, a big boat, an iceberg.
Yeah, I know that like Leonardo DiCaprio and the woman, like they're just there for the sake of the story, right? Kate Winslet. Yeah. Like there was that didn't actually happen. Where
yeah, that might have been embellished and romanticized just for the sake of making big bucks on the big screen. Yeah, I can see it. He was a poor guy, a young, poverty-stricken man who that pipe game was good, bro. The comedian. All right, you know what? For the sake of, I can't not give because those are all his words. The comedian that I'm talking about. This is freaking hilarious, Christian. But
I gotta watch these classic movies.
Roy Wood Jr. That's him. Roy Wood Jr. Yes. The specials are on YouTube, and I think they're even on Netflix. He's like a young, poverty-stricken young man. Just lay that pipe game, and she couldn't forget. but back to Frieren. Yeah. He's homeboy was head over heels. He loved her, and the way she held on, he like at the end, like if I didn't find it, it is what it is. I'm about to give up hope. I can't find it, and she find it, and homegirl's like, "Are you happy you didn't give up hope?" And she's like, "Maybe." I'm like, "Bitch," and then she hold it to her heart and smile. I'm like, "But you're not fooling anyone." Like she was never about to leave that forest. She was gonna search.
It's so funny because like she still doesn't know like what love or romance
I know, right?
even is. So the smile is like she doesn't even know the meaning behind it. Yeah,
it's not effortless. It's effortless, but she doesn't understand it's the meaning behind it, right? Yeah, why did I just smile?
Because for her, like the lens of love must like it would have to be from a very wholesome lens because she doesn't have the primal instincts to feel like an orgasm, right? So the kind of love she would be feeling or would understand is a very
genuine,
pure, genuine one.
That's why she friend zoned homeboy. She was a very dear friend.
she does. Yeah, she wouldn't even know what friend zoning is.
So sad. She lives there. It's crazy. The flashbacks with Heiter. That flashback would have made more sense to me if they brought it in at the episode with the monk. That she told Heiter, "I will praise you." Then since there's no one here to do it for you, just because that's what the monk told her. Like he was like, "Yeah, I'll praise you," like, because there's no one here to praise you, and that's what she told Heiter. But in the past, and I was like, "Oh, but regardless, the flashback they had for her at that episode was also good. This one was like spot on."
And this one was great too because like right after, like it was like giving more purpose to her patting Sign's head in the moment. Right?
Yeah.
So like this flashback, it serves a different purpose than
that is true.
The other one.
I understand. Yeah, it was more for the head patting because that's her way of praising.
Yeah. And on that, I think that was such a what Heiter said. It was such a beautiful perspective.
His mind has changed since he was a child.
Yeah.
He's been pretending to be an adult.
Yeah, because that's basically saying that we're all children until the day we die, and grown up is just a word that humans, use to quantify things that are hard to quantify. But at the essence of it all, we're still children. Like we only pretend to be adults. I think that's great. It's great. And then he says that the only real grown up is the goddess. So it's like it's a wonderful way of framing the idea of religion.
Yeah.
And what God means, right? The Father.
The universal parent. Yeah.
Yeah, the universal parent.
It's nice. It's true. But at the same time, speaking about us, like that we're pretending, and then he not shifts, but tilt the perspective because he's a fatherly figure to Fern. It's like children need grown-ups for emotional support. Fern will need grown-ups. She'll need to be praised. She'll need guidance. The way he's been, like, the way this man saw his death coming because he was getting older. That's true. but his not preparation, like his adamance, was that a noun? I don't know, but let's use the adjective. He was so adamant on getting Fern the proper adult to take care of her. Like, it couldn't have been nobody, because that's how much he cared about this woman. So, like, how he accentuated on this thing when he met Frieren. How he even got to trick Frieren into taking Fern. Like, that he was like, hey, look for this grimoire for me that can reverse time or something that he knew didn't exist. Like, just so she could be training Fern to be a proper mage in her eyes to take with her on the road. As in, this man has been so careful to protect the future of this little girl that is, like, so cute. It's so beautiful. Like, someone that's not in your own blood. And so someone you took on but ended up raising as your daughter, pretty much. So that was, I thought that was very beautiful.
Each flashback of Himmel and Heiter is a reminder that we lost some really remarkable men in this world.
That is true. That is true. No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. The comparison. I was like, yeah, she's comparing me to Himmel.
And I like,
not Himmel, Heiter.
Yeah, and I also like how when we were first introduced to Heiter, he was like this comedic relief character. Like he was very like, comical, right? Really goofy. Like he was a drunk priest.
Yeah,
he was always drinking. But over the episodes, you get more and more insight into him, and you see how wise this guy is. Like with Sign, and how he visited his village, and then with Fern, and then all these little instances, like with Frieren, how he was talking about being praised. He's a really, for a guy who they were showing is always like drunk, he's incredibly like disciplined.
Wise,
you can just tell by the
discipline.
by the way he exists. Like he's a very philosophical person, I feel.
But yeah, that's why, although he has his vices, like which is drinking, and like she said, he's a picky eater. Like he was a liar. He's like, oh, I haven't had a drink, and there's like a drink under his robe. But that's the thing, like his that's why the path he chose makes sense beside all those vices. Like he fits the description of a priest. Like when you think priests, not the ones fucking raping choir boys, but when you think what a priest should stand for, it's like it's like someone that received a higher calling from a higher power to be an example, a leader, a father to his community, all of these things, a voice of wisdom, just a right hand and stuff. Right hand, no, that's not a good description. But yeah, he fits that to a T. It's nice. He's dynamic. They're also dynamic characters. It's fucking beautiful. Even Heisen. No, this episode was cute. This episode was fucking cute. They all have been cute. I like this one a lot. It's like, we didn't touch on it too, and the bracelet, right? The bracelet so both of these people made decisions unknowingly. Frieren unknowingly picked up the ring, on Fern unknowingly choosing that bracelet.
That's very true.
It's insane, man. Yeah, crazy shit. I don't know. We about to have some babies in 3 episodes. Some wild stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Christian, what else do you have to say for yourself?
We covered all the important stuff, so yeah.
We really covered all the important stuff. It's pretty good. That is true. I'm going to sleep. All right. Bye.
All right. See ya.